Techniques forcing young women and children into prostitution, physical abuse if they didn't cooperate. Just some of the things Brock Franklin was convicted of. He's the ringleader in a huge sex trafficking case. Today, his sentencing, like you said, 400 years to life in prison. And this is a big deal because it's the largest sentence for a sex trafficking case in U.S. history. Women and young children forced to sell their bodies, recruited on Facebook, taken to hotels as prostitutes.
I can't begin to even explain what he did to my life. 7 people are now guilty for their role in the child sex trafficking ring. This guy, Brock Franklin, is said to be the head of it all, the ringleader. 64 years just on what was done to me. That's a lot. 400 years altogether. Franklin walked in calm and collected and sat quietly as a judge read his fate. One victim stood up and addressed the court herself. But reading it today and speaking and actually saying how I felt, and him hearing and having to sit there and listen to me, that brought me so much joy, and that's why I came today. Sex trafficking continues to be a problem. The sentence that came down today is the nation's largest for sex trafficking crimes.
The 400-year sentence sends a strong message across the country that we're not going to tolerate this kind of violence to women and vulnerable populations.
The crimes happened at hotels like this one and that one all over the metro Denver area. His defense asked for the minimum sentence, 96 years. The victims and prosecution asked the court for more, and that's what Franklin got, 400 years. He deserves every single minute in those walls. The victim you just heard from, Brianna Leary, read her statement in court today. She had tears in her eyes the entire time. She ended by saying, and I quote, "I forgive Brock Franklin, but only because the good Lord says I must." Live in Arapahoe County, Zora Stevenson, Fox 31.
She got some justice today, Zora. Thank you. According to the National Human Trafficking Hotline, as of June 30th, they have received 198 calls about human trafficking here in Colorado, with 59 human trafficking cases reported. Of those 59, 46 involved adult victims, the other 13 minors.